Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. Let's see. Uber has sent out some new placards that we have to wear on our car. So let me show you what they look like. So I guess because, well, I guess let me just read the letter to you. Oh, there's no letter in here. Oh well. So you see this from Uber because it has a little symbol on here. And this is what their new look is now. We have to put this. I've always wondered, like, I see cars going past and it has, all you see is this from the back. You see a circle and you see, like, I'm like, what is this? Something new? But actually it's a sticker and we have to place it on the front and in the back. Apparently because people have been getting in the wrong cars and no telling what has happened to these folks. So basically we just peel it off. I don't want to be peeling off this and putting it on my car though, because it's I don't know, but it's gonna be a sticker, you see. So we gotta have it on there. You gotta have one in the front and one in the back, of course, just like something else that we have to do also. So let me let you know. Last week, which was anyway, I couldn't do it on that Saturday because we had a party for my brother in Bellflower. So I was basically over there from 3 o'clock all the way until 9 o'clock at night, and I didn't want to do any more rides that day, so I just started on Sunday. And I wasn't really sure if I was going to do it or not because the Grammys were on, not the Grammys, the BET Awards, and I like to watch that. But then I remembered, hey, we can just record it and I can watch it later. So I wind up giving a ride, turned on the app and got a ride. Got a pickup actually from this lady and her kid. Dropped them off in the Arlington Heights area. Very nice house. Looks similar to ours, just different color. Then I got a ride from this lady. I picked up this lady. Took her to Beverly Hills. Oh, that's what I remember. I picked her up. See, because I live close to a shopping center off of Pico and Hauser, there's a Pico and what street is that? Rempal. There's a shopping center. It has a lot of places in it. It has a Smart and Final. It has a pet place. Can't think of. My brain is not working right now. It has a Ross over there. It has a lot of places over there. Jamboree, GNC, Chipotle. It has Pizza Rev. It has a dentist. It has some other places, but because it's a shopping center, a lot of people don't like having to take their groceries on the bus, which I don't blame them. So, picked her up and dropped her off in Beverly Hills. After I got over there, I was coming back to the house and I got another request. And the funny thing about it, okay, even though it has the address of the place, you're trying to figure out now what's the address, especially if you don't see it. But when you get to a corner, usually at the top of the corner on the street, it'll tell you the address, numbers, where they start. And then you kind of like have to guess like, And considering they're working on Wilshire, it's kind of hard to really park on that street because on the right side you have all the parked cars, and then across the street there's no parking, and if it is parking, it's by meter. So you're sitting there thinking like, okay, there's a million people outside. Right there in front of the La Brea Tire Pits, they have those little lamps and everybody over there, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna stop right here, pull up on the corner, throw on my hazard lights, and just keep looking, and maybe they'll actually see me. And sure enough, a lady was walking out, and hey, she was just coming from work, so that was pretty cool. And I dropped her off on the east side of Los Angeles. So you see, people tend to travel far away to get a job. Hey, I don't blame you. I've been doing it too for the past 2 years. Driving to Canoga Park. That's ridiculous for me. Wasting a lot of gas though. But Anyway, so then I picked up. Oh, and by the way, these people have requested a pool, which usually means you'll be getting in a car with someone else, but no one else got in the car when I was going to pick these people up. So then I picked up this Latin girl right down the street from me, and funny thing about that was she said she was going to a concert. And even though the concert started an hour and a half before I picked her up, she said her friends said there's tickets, she can get a ticket, and she can sit with them. And she said she's been going to reggae festivals for years. And she looked so young. It looked like she was like 21, but I think she said she was 28. So, hey, I said, you know, I like to go to one of those things, but I figured there was a lot of marijuana smoking. She said, well, yeah, it is kind of, but it's a family event. People are there with their babies and their strollers and picnics. And I said, really? She was like, yeah. I said, oh, okay. Well, I might have to, check out one day. So I dropped her off at the Hollywood Bowl, and while you're driving up there, you don't really know where you're going unless you're familiar with the drop-offs and the pickups. But when you go up there, you can't really drive up there because it's all closed down. So once it shuts down, people can start getting in their car and driving out. So this guy was like, "Oh, this bus of you will stop right here," and I'm like, "Right here." So he was like, "Yeah." So I had to drop her off right there. So then the next request I received was Uber X, which usually means that they want to have a SUV, and that's what I have. So I picked up these two ladies, two college students, right there off of Hollywood and Highland, right in front of bar. I can't think of the name of it right now, but anyway, they started telling me they're from Florida, and I said, "Oh, so then you heard about the the alligators?" And she was like, yeah, a lot of people that live in Florida are already familiar with the alligators. You don't go swimming in the lakes. And I said, but why would they build a Walt Disney World right next to the lake? And she was like, I don't understand that either. But people do what they want to do. And they went in the water, and the baby I don't want to talk about that. But anyway, so I said, did you guys hear about that alligator that was going across the golf course? She said, yeah, we see we see and hear about that all the time. I said, but it was humongous. It seemed like it was about 12 feet long. And she said, yeah, one thing when you see one, don't run in a straight line because they could run in a straight line. Run zigzag because they can't chase you. And I was like, really? I said, oh, okay, but I won't be going there. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get next to no alligator unless it's in a petting zoo. So I dropped them off in Santa Monica. And then after I dropped them off, I got another request. And I was trying to hesitate because last time when I was in the West LA area, I got a request. I was driving to Calabasas. I don't want to take that drive again. So I just happened to move around, and I was driving down Westwood Boulevard, and I said, well, I'm going to take Westwood down to Wilshire. Sure enough, after I got some gas, I got a request, picked up these two guys. They were gay. And one of them was really, he seemed pretty nice, but I guess his boyfriend was getting upset because he was acting silly, and he was like asking me questions about what school did I go to? And I told him I went to university, high school class of 86. Woo woo! So he was like, oh, okay, well, we just graduated from UCLA. I said, oh, okay. So then that's basically it. We was in the car for like 10 minutes, maybe, if that much. And then, I don't know, he just seemed so flamboyant. I figured, hey, let me give him an Avon book. That way he could check out my my Avon. Maybe he might want to buy something, who knows, or give the book to someone else. So once again, thanks again for liking my page. Leave a comment if you have any questions. And like everyone else, share on your social media. Subscribe to my channel. And the last but not least, I want to say is on Sundays, I usually close down my app at 10 o'clock so I can get prepared for the next day to go to my regular job. All right, now, thank you. Have a good day. And stay safe. Do not drink and drive on this 4th of July weekend. Deuces.